One of the coolest Mercurial designs ever is back, and today I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about the new Vapor 13 CR7 Safari boots.
10 years ago, Nike took signature boots to a new level by giving Cristiano Ronaldo a pair of Superfly IIs with the iconic dotted Safari design on it. And now, it's back.
To be honest, I reckon they look just as good as the original, and if you're as hyped about them as I am, I'll leave a pop-up on the screen and a link in the description in case you just want to go ahead and buy them right away. But if you need a bit more convincing before you buy, or simply just want to hear more about this bad boy, the Vapor 13 Safari here is obviously inspired heavily by the original Superfly II CR7 Safari from 2010, which was the first football boot to introduce this Safari black and white spotted design, which was even on the laces, and that was something people freaked out about back then. Took them out, put them on sneakers and all that stuff. But also it introduced this film with a chevron-like design, which in the right light would make the arrows reflective to give you the idea of speed and forward motion. But also, of course, and that was something Nike talked a lot about back then, to make you pop more in the peripheral vision of your teammates to apparently make it easier to spot. And I'm not joking, they actually meant that. Interestingly enough though, the Safari inspiration on the Superfly II actually came from the Nike Air Safari sneaker that was made in 1987. Now here, Nike shoe genius Tinker Hatfield wanted to create a shoe that had performance elements, but was deliberately non-performance oriented and more geared towards being a fashion shoe. And the story kind of goes that Hatfield had fallen in love with a couch in the display window of a furniture store that was covered in ostrich skin, and Tinker thought that it looked really luxurious. So he went home and created his own interpretation of that ostrich skin with a pattern that then made it onto the Nike Air Safari shoes and made it really iconic. But the funny thing is that at the time, not a lot of people in the Nike HQ thought that the Safari idea was a very good one. They were wrong though, because it was epic. So you can kind of say that the Vapor 13 Safari is inspired by the Superfly II Safari, which was inspired by the Atmos Air Max 1 Safari, inspired by the Air Safari sneaker. So an interpretation of an interpretation of an interpretation. Anyways, Nike, just like the Future DNA pack, are kind of celebrating their legacy and also celebrating the fact that it's now 10 years ago that Cristiano Ronaldo got his first signature boot, which, you guessed it, is the Superfly II Safari. And to celebrate that in a good way, they've kind of brought back the very same design one-to-one on the upper of the Vapor 13 here, even down to actually having the print on the laces themselves. And also Nike claimed that they've added a special pigmentation on the Nike skin of the Vapor 13, making the chevron pattern visible. But to be honest, I've looked a lot, but I don't see it. But apart from celebrating the design itself, the boot actually also has some more specific tributes to CR7, the player. You have the insole with his unique stance, and of course his logo and his signature. But then there's also the launch date, the 17th of June, 2020. Now, funnily enough, that also marks the 10-year birthday of Cristiano Jr, Ronaldo's son. And actually, that's a pretty wicked way to celebrate your birthday. Here's a boot in your honor. Now, obviously, from a performance point of view, this is a Vapor 13 Elite as we know it. So you get the fly knit upper, the high tenacity yarns for lockdown, the sock-like fit, the sharp sensation on the ball, and the most aggressive responsive outsole on the market when it comes to speed. You can, of course, also get it as a higher cut in the Superfly, but to be honest, I reckon that the Vapor 13 is the better looking because it more closely resembles the OG Superfly II. I actually like it a lot, and I'm definitely copying a pair. And if you like them a lot and want to cop too, you can be among the first people to wear the new Safari design again if you buy the boots from our store in the link right over there. But not, of course, before telling me what you think about the new, well, all Safari boots in the comment section right down below. And of course, subscribe to the channel for all the best content on the latest football boots. And maybe you also want to go and learn some wicked CR7 skills in the playlist right down there. And with that said, guys, I'm signing off. Cheerio.